Feeling good, feeling a bit more free, back in the park and with the people again. Feels nice to be around everybody again. One of my things is about bringing people together and the actual enjoyment of being around each other, supporting each other, and being all part of the same family. So this is one of the things that has brought me over here is coming together and the unity and solely for the people. You know, as I said, I prefer to keep this completely non-political because it doesn't need to be political. What it needs is to be the voice of the people and so forth. So for myself and what drew me here and how I got here. Now that in itself was a bit of a funny thing because I didn't know where I was going to start with. I just knew I had to pack up my truck, get everything ready, and sit and wait till I knew what I was doing. And next thing I know, I woke up in the morning and said, oh, I'm going to Canberra. So that was it. In the truck, meet a Coolgardie, who's coming? And by the time I got here, I was so overwhelmed with just how many people had come along. All the way here, I thought, well, maybe there's a couple of cars and waving to me and stuff like that. And I thought, that's all right. But what happened was when I actually got into Canberra itself and I pulled up at the, you know, into the car parks and I seen just how many people sitting around and waiting, you know, for the people to all come together. It was amazing. And then the library, we got a bit bigger there, and then when we got to Epic, that was just like blew me apart. Yeah, it's crazy. So, you know, driving through there after court with the truck on the back of the truck, the amount of people that were coming out and just showing their support and all that sort of stuff, like, it blew me to pieces completely. The comments from the people in the crowds, the support, the hope, you know, watching everybody pitching in to feed everybody, making sure they're clothed and got shelter and tents or whatever, you know, anything like that, that was perfect for me. But still, we have that now as well. And the main goal of what we're here for is this unity. You know, the encouragement for people to help people, the one where you're going to be there and you're going to support each other. You know, if you see someone down on the side of the road, you don't leave them down, you pick them up and you keep them going. And that's part of the human spirit that we've seemed to have lost over the last couple of years because of what's been going on and the lockdowns and this and that and the other. They've tried to take that away from us. I'm sorry, mate, did you get vaccinated? I guess he was definitely double jabbed or something. I don't know. He seems to be a bit cranky. So another thing I would like to do while I'm actually here, I know you guys like the idea of hearing me speak and stuff like that, but what I would like to do is there anybody here that would actually like to say something about their experience of being and coming to Canberra? Is there anyone that would like to come and step up and have a couple of words and just talk about your experience here and what it's meant for you?
Don't be shy.
Come on, don't be shy. Someone can come forward. Pick a person, any person who's coming. Righto, here we go. How'd you? What is your name, Squire, for the crowd? Gary. All right, Gary, here you go, mate. Oh.
How you going? I'm from Lightning Ridge. Also live on the Murray River. And I started off a couple of years ago with my son over there with the sign saying vote corruption out. Now this started a few years ago with what they've done to the Darling River, the Murray-Darling Basin and the Murray River. We are from the Murray. We're river people. I've lived on it for 60 years and now I'm open mining out at Lightning Ridge and I can see the destruction that's happened in the rivers and what the government are doing to our country. My father fought in the war so I could be free. So you could be free. So we'd have the freedom like we've always had. And we're in this struggle. What's happening, what the government is making out, the problem is the government. And my journey here started a few, well, probably started a while ago, but anyway, when it comes to the crunch, where do you go? and my son said, let's go to Canberra. So we were here from day one, and we're here to support all the people. And we came here on the basis of a political movement, which this isn't going to be political.
Exactly.
But our motto is don't vote major. That t-shirt says don't vote major. And this is the other motto which we all talk about every day.
She'll be right, mate. She'll be right, mate.
It won't be. It's not going to be right. She'll be right, brother. Well, she'll be right, brother. She'll be right, sister. Well, I was going to say fucking years, but I won't swear. She'll be right. Well, we know she will be right, because we are the people of she'll be right. And it's not going to be right until we change it. And how are we going to do it, Number? I'm just a country bumpkin.
Country!
An old baker. Just a baker that, worked all night and worked me 40 years, 50 years, and now I'm retired and I'm opal mining out at Lightning Ridge.
Salt to the earth.
Pearler. I'm out there with what I thought was the Aussies, the real, true dinkum Aussies. The Wild West. I'm out in the Wild West because I've come from the Wild West, and that's where I want to be. Out with all the people that are off the grid and don't need anything. What do we need to survive? Whatever you think, whatever you need, you can survive, and that's what we're doing out there. And so this is a family affair. My two sons, I've got grandkids, granddaughter, grandson, and I want them to survive. I want them to have the life that we've had. All us people here have had a good bloody life. And have we had it too good? No, we haven't. We deserve what we've got because we're Aussies. And we're here to fight for what we've got, and we're going to keep it. So good to see you all here. I've been here since day one, and that makes me just one of the day oneers, but who cares? I'll be still here on the 20 when we have the big one, whenever that is. So good to see you all.
Thank you very much, brother. Pleasure to have you around. Give me a hug. There. Anyone else want to have something to say there? Come on then. Come up. Hello to another traveller. Lovely. Thank you. What's your name?
Brendan.
Brendan.
G'day everyone. Sorry, I'm really nervous. I'm from Geelong. Come down with two great people that I just met on Telegram. When all this started, I was a subcontractor working for myself with a mate, and both of us have lost that now. I started working as a support worker. Mandates come in, I lost that as well. So now I'm just doing it for free for one kid. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you. And someone else wants to have another quick word here.
With a mask on his face.
What's your name? Francine.
Hello, I'm from Toowoomba. I'm Francine. I'm here with my healing friend, Will, and we'll be doing healing for I just want to say to ScoMo, if we have the right to protest, why has it got to this stage where we need to be shielding ourselves as peaceful protesters with masks to save our faces and screens for the radiation? That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Well, as I say, it's good to have a nice turnout. It's good to see everybody here again. This is a thing to move forward for everything, not only the unity, but we also want to claim this land back for us.
Yes.
And that's not just for us as in the adults, us, it's for our kids, their kids and their kids again. Each and every bit is all for the purpose of these children. We want to save them. We want to make sure they have a beautiful life ahead of them. And we want to make sure that this country stays free for the people.
Yes.
And that's all we need to do, is just come together, keep coming together, build strong, and stand together side by side, so we can show in massive numbers just who and what we're about, which is all about for the children and for our futures for their children.
Yep.
So each and every one of you, thank you for all coming down here. It looks like I might have someone else wanting to have a quick word. So we'll do that, and then I reckon everyone can go for a wander after that. Greg.
Hi everybody, I'm Greg, the Bricky, ex-commando. I come from Sydney, north of Sydney. Sorry, I come from north of Sydney, up in Dawson, sort of semi-rural. I started Hawkesbury Tap as a community we had there. Started out with about 5 of my mates, and we were really pissed that these idiots were telling us to leave people sick at home. So we went off and found some medicine for them and went and gave it to them every time anybody in our community was sick. From that on, we've organised ourselves into different groups.
Yeah, good. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've been home for a couple of days.
So
It'll get better.
what I'm trying to say is community is everything.
Oh, mate. Cool.
This is where we need to stand together. What I invite everybody here to do is go home, when you go home, take the energy of this, what I saw on the 12th, the love and the care and the compassion and the validation of we're not alone, we're not nutters, right? I had an idea that we should all start finding our freedom festivals right across the country and take the energy of this and spread it everywhere. And they can't fucking beat this thing.
Thank you, Greg. And since we have someone else wants to have a word, and that's okay, because I know this man, he's a lovely man. There you go, brother.
Okay, I wasn't going to talk, but my name's Stefan. I'm an extinguished firefighter. I'm retired.
That's good. Extinguished, yeah. I like that.
Okay, what I'm about is I was an officer in the New South Wales Fire Brigade. Now, rescue. What I want to talk about is statistics, science. Okay? My apologies. I want to talk about statistics and science. That's taken off the website. Okay? Have a look at that. 66 children died on our roads last year, 0 from COVID. Okay? Now, why aren't they mandating governing vehicles and making them slower? That would save lives, wouldn't it? Okay? Ridiculous, isn't it? And here's a look at when COVID first started in 2020. Look at the death rates. Now, this is with COVID, not from COVID. Then look at last year. Okay? And that's when everything started coming in, okay, as far as the jab. What have you noticed about the deaths of COVID? It's risen since the jab. Now, to talk about statistics again, that's one thing I had to do. Coroner's court reports and so forth, it had to be factual. It had to be absolutely correct. Look at the ABS, Australian Bureau of Statistics, has just released a report. How many people have died from COVID? How many do you think?
83.
83 people. Now, the rest of them, okay, died with 3 comorbidities or more, okay? Now, if that's cancer, whatever you like, obesity, whatever it is, but 3 or more, how does that justify? Where do they get that information from? They get it from the states and territories, which means that our health minister and also the people in charge of the departments have been lying to us. Okay? They've been lying. They know it. They are complicit. They are complicit. But here's the thing. One thing you've got to realise, if you want to beat them, if you want to name call them and call them pedophiles and whatever else in the upper there, whatever you're going to be doing, if you treat the police badly, you're going to get it back tenfold. Okay? I've worked alongside them nearly 3 decades. Okay? Most of them are not a problem. But they will and they have to control a crowd. If you don't protest, if you protest, you have the right for that. But stay calm. As soon as you touch them, get in their face, okay, you are aggressive. They have the right to arrest you. Especially here in the AFP, They're not like the state police, okay? It's a very different system here, okay? So, if you want to be non-aggressive and so forth, sit down. As soon as you sit down, you're not aggressive, you're passive, okay? If they touch you, then you can get them for battery, okay? So what I'm saying to you is stay calm, never be aggressive, okay? The statistics, throw the statistics at them all the time. That's how you will beat them, okay? Give them the information, throw it back at them and force them to listen. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to touch on a couple more little things. First of all, how many people here, just a show of hands would be good, have been fined for something or other since you've been here?
I don't know.
Yeah? So, for those that have been fined, are you going to court for that? So what are you going to do when you go to court? Hey, what I reckon you should do is probably say, excuse me, Your Honour, but before we proceed, can you please initiate a Form 78B? Now, Form 78B is quite a good little bit of a form. And what that does is that actually puts that magistrate on notice that he's sitting in treason, and so is the arresting officer, and so is all the 9 Attorney Generals from around the country, and then they all must stand to actually see what the treason is. Now, the treason comes on the 1st of January in 2004. Now, if you have a look, I don't know how many people are good with law and stuff like that, but there's the Acts Amendment and Repeal for, I think it's Court and Justice Act of 2003, which is initiated, the word's gone, enacted, thank you, enacted in 2004. So, and that was done by Julia Gillard. She was then charged on the 27th of January for misprision of treason, and then in 2010 she managed to go in to be our Prime Minister. So how did she become a Prime Minister before facing the charges of misprision of treason, and she still hasn't faced it yet? So this holds them all, each and every one of them, accountable. So if anyone went to the 78B, what that does is it moves it into a constitutional matter, which moves it into a High Court. So therefore we just tie up the High Courts until they had the misprision of treason trial, and anyone that sat there from that point and pushed and pushed and pushed, including all of these mandates, is then held to account. So one thing we need to do is hold these people to account. The other thing that the sovereigns have brought to my attention quite often is the titles and deeds. The government seems to think they own all of this land. They think that they are in control of it. But not one person from any government around Australia whatsoever can produce a title and deed for the land that they bought from the Aboriginal people in the first place, the First Nations people. It's never been done. It was stolen. That's correct. So if we stand with them as well, we can stand united together. No matter what colour, no matter what race, we can all stand there together in sovereignty, and we can win this hands down.
Yeah.
We just need the people to be together. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to go for a march, obviously I can't go with you because I'm not allowed in the parliamentary triangle, apparently. I don't know how that works, but anyway. Nonetheless, I can't be there with you, but this is why I've come here now to speak to you here. I haven't been able to have a chance to do anything else. So, thank you all for coming. Thank you for your support. I love you all. I will stick my head around the crowd and say good day to a lot of this and everything else as well. But then, yeah, as soon as you're ready, you can go along on the march. The police are aware that, you know, we've got a reasonably sort of a crowd, so they said the best path is to go down over the bridge next to Commonwealth Park and then go across the bridge from there. And that will help the things.
Oh my God.
Okay, can we have a big group photo? Can we all come into the centre just here, and I'll jump up the front of this and we'll just get a big group photo.
What, facing that way? Oh, we don't have to do it. Oh, you're really bad. Do you need to go up to the toilet? It's getting hot sweats. Where's Anna? Anna. Where is she? Where is she? Here she is. Come on, you have to be in the photo with us. Oh, you're doing a live. I'm doing a live. Hi, darling.
We're not locking anyone out with that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm feeling like sick, but I want to go for the photo. Yeah, we're just having a little bit of a group photo.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Hey! Yeah!
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Been big. What's late? Oh, it's up there. 3:30. Yeah, we did. We covered the bases. Yeah, it was good. So many. Amanda, Alicia. Hello, how are you? Good, good. Alicia's at Maryland camp. Oh, okay. Where I went yesterday.